My daughter, have you finished packing? Please, if you get there, be a good girl.
Yes, Mama. Mama, I will make you proud. I promise when I come back from Lagos, we will never suffer again.
Mama, I will make you proud. I promise when I come back from Lagos, we will never suffer again. Those were the last words Mama Adana heard from her daughter before she boarded that bus. She had sold her only piece of land to send 16-year-old Chidima to the city, to live with her wealthy cousin who promised to enroll her in a good school. 6 months later, Mama Adana received a phone call that shattered her world. Come and identify your daughter's body. In the village of Umuofia, where mothers sacrifice everything for their children's future, one woman was about to learn that not every hand extended in help has pure intentions. The red dust of Umuofia village rose in small clouds as Mama Adana swept the compound in the early morning light. Her small mud house stood at the edge of the village, weathered by years but still standing, much like herself. Inside, 16-year-old Chidima was carefully packing her few belongings into a worn traveling bag. Mama, are you sure about this? Chidima asked, folding her only good dress, a simple blue cotton one her mother had sewn by hand. Mama Adana paused, leaning on her broom. 3 years had passed since her husband's death, 3 years of scraping by on subsistence farming and selling vegetables at the market. Every night she prayed for a way to give Chidima more than this life of struggle. My daughter, when your aunty Ngozi called and offered to take you to Lagos, to put you in school, to give you opportunities. Mama Adana's voice cracked with emotion. This is an answer to my prayers. She is family. She will take care of you. Chidima came and embraced her mother. I will make you proud, Mama. I will study hard and one day, I will build you a fine house. You will never have to struggle again. Mama Adana held her daughter tight, breathing in the scent of the shea butter in her hair. You are my only treasure, Chidima. My only light. The warning. That Sunday, before Chidima's departure, Pastor Obi called Mama Adana aside after service at the small village church. Sister Adana, I must speak with you, he said, his weathered face grave with concern. Yes, Pastor. I have been praying about this journey for your daughter. And the Lord keeps showing me darkness. I see a wolf in sheep's clothing. I see danger in Lagos. Mama Adana shifted uncomfortably. Pastor, with respect, Aunty Ngozi is my late husband's cousin. She is family. She has a big house in Lekki, a successful business. She promised to enroll Chidima in a good school. Family can betray, my daughter. Not every hand extended in help is clean. Pastor Obi placed his hand on her shoulder. I am begging you, reconsider this. Or at least, let me make inquiries first. But Mama Adana had already sold her land to pay for Chidima's transport and initial expenses. The bus ticket was bought. Everything was arranged. Thank you, Pastor, but it is already done. God will protect her. Pastor Obi's eyes filled with sadness. Then I will pray. I will pray without ceasing. Monday morning arrived bright and early. At the motor park in the nearby town, Mama Adana helped Chidima onto the bus bound for Lagos. The girl's eyes shone with excitement and fear in equal measure. Remember, be respectful to Aunty Ngozi and Uncle Emeka. Help with chores. Focus on your studies. Call me when you arrive. I will, Mama. I love you. I love you too, my precious daughter. As the bus pulled away, Mama Adana waved until it disappeared from view. She did not know that would be the last time she would see her daughter alive. The journey took 8 hours. When Chidinma arrived at the massive Lagos bus terminal, the noise and chaos overwhelmed her. Thousands of people, honking vehicles, hawkers shouting, nothing like quiet Umuofia. She spotted Aunty Ngozi standing beside a sleek black SUV, wearing an expensive purple lace dress and gold jewelry. But there was something cold in her eyes, something that made Chidima's stomach tighten. Chidima, welcome to Lagos. Aunty Ngozi's smile didn't reach her eyes. Put your bag in the back. Hurry up, we don't have all day. The drive to Lekki showed Chidima a world she had only seen on television. Tall buildings, beautiful houses, luxury cars. When they arrived at Aunty Ngozi's compound, Chidima gasped. It was like a palace, high walls, a gate with security, marble floors. Inside, Uncle Emeka barely looked up from his newspaper. So this is the village girl. Yes. Adana's daughter, Aunty Ngozi said dismissively. Chidima, put your bag in that small room by the kitchen. That's where you'll sleep. The room was barely bigger than a closet, with a thin mattress on the floor and no windows. Nothing like the bedroom Chidima had imagined. Auntie, when will you enroll me in school? Chidima asked shyly. Aunty Ngozi's face hardened. School. My dear, school is expensive. You will work first to earn your keep. Tomorrow you start helping with the house. We will see about school later. Later never came. Days turned into weeks. Chidinma woke at 5 a.m. every morning to clean the entire 3-story house, wash clothes by hand despite there being a washing machine, cook meals for the family, and tend to Aunty Ngozi's every demand. Chidinma, this floor is not clean enough. Do it again. Chidinma, my food is cold. Are you trying to poison me? Chidinma, you lazy village girl. In Lagos, we work hard. When Chidinma tried to call her mother, Aunty Ngozi snatched the phone away. Your mother is busy with her own life. You think she wants to hear you complaining? She sent you here to become something. Stop being ungrateful. At night, Chidinma cried silently in her small room, her hands raw from work, her body exhausted. This was not the future Mama had dreamed for her. 2 months in, Aunty Ngozi's true intentions emerged. Chidinma, I have good news, she announced one evening, her smile predatory. I have found you a job. My friend runs a modeling agency. She says you have a good face. You will model and make money. Chidinma's eyes widened. Modeling. But auntie, I came here for school. This is your education. You think school teaches you how to survive in Lagos? Modeling will make you rich. Tomorrow, my friend Madam Cynthia will come to meet you. When Uncle Emeka heard this, he looked uncomfortable but said nothing, retreating to his room like he always did when his wife's schemes unfolded. The next day, Madam Cynthia arrived. A hard-faced woman with dead eyes and expensive clothes. She circled Chidinma like a predator examining prey. Yes, she will do. Fresh face. Innocent. Clients will pay good money. She handed Aunty Ngozi an envelope bulging with cash. Chidinma's blood ran cold. Auntie, what is happening? Shut up and do as you're told. Aunty Ngozi snapped. You are going with Madam Cynthia. You will do what she says. If you refuse, I will call your mother and tell her you are a useless, disobedient child who doesn't appreciate sacrifice. Madam Cynthia took Chidinma to a house in a different part of Lagos, a place with bad windows and locked doors. Inside were 5 other girls, all between 15 and 18, all with the same haunted, terrified eyes. Welcome to your new home, Madam Cynthia said, pushing Chidinma inside. You will do exactly what we tell you. If you cooperate, you eat. If you refuse, you suffer. If you try to escape, you die. understand. One of the girls, a teenager named Blessing, whispered to Chidinma later that night, they promised my family I would work in a salon. Instead, they sell us to men. Rich men who pay for. She couldn't finish, dissolving into tears. Chidinma felt her world collapse. This couldn't be real. This couldn't be happening. I have to call my mother. I have to get out of here. There is no escape, Blessing whispered. Girls who try, they disappear. 3 months into her nightmare, Chidinma saw an opportunity. One of the guards left a phone unattended. With trembling hands, she dialed her mother's number. Mama. Mama, please help me. Chidinma. My daughter. Where have you been? Aunty Ngozi keeps saying you're busy with school. Mama, there is no school. She sold me. She sold me to bad people. Mama, please come and get me. Please. The phone was ripped from her hands. Madam Cynthia's face twisted with rage. You foolish girl. You will pay for this. The beating was brutal. When Aunty Ngozi arrived, instead of helping, she was furious about the potential exposure. You ungrateful child. I gave you opportunity and this is how you repay me. You want to destroy my name. You want to ruin everything. Auntie, please, Chidinma begged through swollen lips and tears. Please let me go home. I won't tell anyone. Please. Aunty Ngozi's eyes were ice. You're not going anywhere. And if you try this again, it will be worse. Much worse. 6 months after Chidinma had left Umuofia, Mama Adana's phone rang at 3 a.m. The caller was from Lagos General Hospital. Are you Mrs. Adana Okafor? Yes, what is wrong? Is my daughter okay? There was a heavy pause. Ma, I am sorry to inform you, we have a body here. A young girl approximately 16 years old. We found your contact information in our system. We need you to come and identify the body. The phone slipped from Mama Adana's hands. The wail that came from her throat woke the entire village. Pastor Obi accompanied Mama Adana to Lagos, raising money from the church for her transport. At the morgue, when they pulled back the white sheet, Mama Adana's knees buckled. It was Chidinma. But not the Chidinma she had sent to Lagos. This Chidinma was skeletal, with bruises covering her body, scars on her wrist, and a look of terror frozen on her face even in death. What happened to my baby? What did they do to my child? The doctor who performed the autopsy spoke gently but honestly. Severe malnutrition, signs of repeated physical abuse, evidence of captivity. Based on our examination, we believe she was held against her will and subjected to. He paused, trafficking exploitation. She tried to escape 3 days ago, a police officer added. She was hit by a vehicle while running from her captors. The driver brought her to hospital but she had internal bleeding. She died before surgery. Mama Adana collapsed, her cries echoing through the cold morgue halls. But in her final moments, Chidinma had told the hospital staff a name, Aunty Ngozi. She had given them an address. The Lagos State Police launched an investigation. When they raided Madam Cynthia's compound, they found 4 girls still imprisoned. Blessing was among them. It was Aunty Ngozi, Blessing testified, shaking. She sells girls to Madam Cynthia. She has done it before. Many times. She targets village girls whose families trust her. When police arrived at Aunty Ngozi's Lekki mansion, she tried to deny everything. I don't know what you're talking about. That girl was attending school. But Madam Cynthia, facing life imprisonment, turned witness. She provided records, names, bank transfers. Aunty Ngozi had been selling girls for years, earning millions while presenting herself as a respectable businesswoman. Uncle Emeka, confronted with the evidence, broke down. I knew. God forgive me, I knew. But I was afraid of her. I said nothing. The trial became national news. Wealthy Lagos businesswoman ran human trafficking ring using village families' trust. In court, Mama Adane testified, her voice steady despite the tears streaming down her face. She called me cousin. She promised to give my daughter a future. Instead, she gave her death. How many mothers like me trusted her? How many daughters are gone because of her greed? The courtroom was silent. Aunty Ngozi showed no remorse. These village people should be grateful I gave their useless daughters opportunities. They were nothing before I. Silence, the judge thundered. You are a disgrace to humanity. The verdict, life imprisonment for human trafficking, conspiracy, and manslaughter. All assets seized to compensate victims' families. As Aunty Ngozi was led away in handcuffs, she finally showed emotion, not remorse, but fury at losing her wealth and freedom. Uncle Emeka received 15 years for complicity and obstruction of justice. Mama Adane buried Chidinma in Umuofia village, under a mango tree where they used to sit together. The entire village attended, weeping for the bright girl whose dreams were destroyed by betrayal. But Mama Adane did not let her daughter's death be in vain. She partnered with NGOs, started speaking at churches and town halls, warning parents about human trafficking disguised as opportunities. She helped rescue 12 other girls from similar situations. My Chidinma died so that other daughters might live, she would tell crowds. If you are sending your child to a relative, verify everything. Visit them first. Do not let poverty make you blind to danger. Not all hands extended in help are clean. Pastor Obi stood beside her at every event. I wish you had listened to my warning, he said gently one day. So do I, Pastor. So do I. But now I carry her warning to others. That is all I can do. Years later, Blessing, rescued and rehabilitated, became a social worker helping trafficking survivors. She visited Mama Adane in Umuofia. Your daughter saved my life. When she tried to escape, when she called you, the police investigation started. If not for her courage, I would still be there. Or dead. Mama Adane embraced the young woman. Then Chidinma's spirit lives on through you. Through all of you she helped save. In the small room where Chidinma used to sleep, Mama Adane kept her daughter's blue dress and school dreams alive. By ensuring no other mother would endure her nightmare, no other daughter would fall into the same trap. Aunty Ngozi rotted in prison, her wealth gone, her name synonymous with evil. Every luxury she once enjoyed now a distant memory in her cramped cell. The woman who valued money over human life learned that in the end, all her riches could not buy her freedom, could not erase her crimes, and could not silence the voices of the daughters she destroyed. Moral lessons. Not every hand extended in help comes with pure intentions. Verify before you trust, and know that some wolves wear the clothing of family. Greed destroys not just its victims, but ultimately consumes those who practice it.